A major update tonight for people living near what's known as one of the most toxic sites in America. The EPA now saying that it plans to clean up the former Fairfax Wood Treaters plant area.
It's been sitting idle the last 7 years. People who live nearby say the contaminants used at the plant affect the soil and the water, making people sick. Channel 4's Francesca Amaker spoke with some who say the EPA owes them much more than just a cleanup. Fran?
And these residents are definitely riled up after a meeting that they had this week where EPA basically rolled out this remedy plan, which is a cleanup plan for that 12.5-acre land. Many of these residents that we spoke with tonight say, yeah, they're fine with the cleanup if and when it happens. But the fact that 7 years have gone by and that site that's filled with chromium, arsenic and copper has just sat there for 7 years, they're not really sure if the EPA is really going to do anything.
It's been like dead for 2 years. We haven't heard anything. They haven't did anything.
You didn't even hear about the meeting that took place yesterday.
No, I did not.
We first met Ed Griggs 2 years ago when he introduced us to these two former employees who shared their disturbing stories of when they worked at the Fairfax Wood Treaters plant, a plant that used arsenic to clean wood for 30 long years.
When I went home at night, I took off my shoes. My feet green.
Thought it was a skin problem, like with a rash or something. Then they asked me, have I been around chemicals?
But in 2010, the facility was closed, but contaminants still remained, which caused the EPA to initiate cleanup and test the soil. Now, 7 years later, the EPA, along with the Florida Department of Health, revealed a final cleanup plan for the site: excavation, off-site treatment, and disposal. A remedy that EPA says will lower the risk of people being exposed to existing contaminants. But residents like Caronto Robertson are still concerned.
If they would bring supermarkets up there, the people wouldn't be able to shop up there because everybody would probably be sick.
Why you say that?
Because of the food that's coming, the stuff that's in the ground.
But Griggs, focusing on the cleanup, says if and when the cleanup occurs, the EPA or the city still owes residents this:
the truth. Because they kept saying there's nothing dangerous. We don't. But like I said, when you saw 2 years ago they were cleaning up hazmat suits on, if it's not dangerous, why you got suits on?
And public comment runs to the end of the month, but there is no date for when this cleanup will take place. Also, if you are a resident in that area, I urge you to go on over to newsforjax.com. I have placed all of the information for who you need to contact with your concerns. That's on newsforjax.com. For now, reporting live, Francesca Amaker, Channel 4, the local station.